Hello students, I'm Anju Mathur of Raval Convent School. Today I'm going to explain you the poem To the Cuckoo by William Wordsworth. Some information about the poet. William Wordsworth was born on 7th April 1770 near Cumberland, part of the Lake District in the north of England. He continued his studies at Cambridge University. He made a debut as a writer in 1787 when he published a sonnet in the European magazine. He wrote many poems, including To the Cuckoo poem. He died on April 23, 1850. To the Cuckoo.
O blithe newcomer, I have heard, I hear thee and rejoice. O cuckoo, shall I call thee bird, or but a wandering voice?
In this stanza, Wordsworth addresses the cuckoo bird and praises its lovely voice, which fills him with joy. He calls it a wandering voice because it sings its songs wherever it goes.
While I am lying on the grass, thy twofold shout I hear. From hill to hill it seems to pass, at once far off and near.
In this stanza, the poet says, Cuckoo flies from hills to hills, mesmerizing the landscape with the song. He can hear the bird's voice while lying on the grass.
Thou babbling only to the vale of sunshine and of flowers, thou bringest unto me a tale of visionary hours.
In this stanza, the poet says it occurs to him that the cuckoo is communicating with the valley of sunshine and flowers, but it also arises visionary tales in his mind. For hours he sit and visualize.
Thrice welcome, darling of the spring, even yet thou art to me no bird, but an invisible thing, a voice, a mystery.
For Wordsworth, the cuckoo is not just an ordinary bird. He finds something mysterious in the bird. He gladly welcomes it, calling it darling of the spring.
The same whom in my school boy days I listened to, that cry which made me look a thousand ways, in bush and tree and sky.
In this stanza, he reminds his childhood when he used to hear its voice and how it made him look at nature in a thousand different ways. In other words, he learned to gain different perspectives from ordinary things of nature.
To seek thee did I often rove, through woods and on the green, and thou wert still a hope, a love, still longed for, never seen.
In this stanza, he says that how he did try to find the bird in the woods, and like a rare object, it was a hope to find it. He longed to find it then, but remained unsuccessful.
And I can listen to thee yet, can lie upon the plain, and listen till I do beg it, that golden time again.
In this stanza, the poet says, and at present he can listen to its voice while resting on the plain till he can remember those old childhood days from his memories.
O blessed word, the earth we pace again appears to be an unsubstantial fairy place that is fit home for thee.
In the last paragraph, he explains the bird is pronounced as the blessed bird by Wordsworth. He calls the bird to stay on earth because the coming of the cuckoo makes it an idealistically unreal and fairy place. Theme of the poem. Being majorly a romantic poet, Wordsworth's poems have recurring themes of nature. To the Cuckoo poem is a poem of the romantic genre as it romanticizes the cuckoo bird. It is all about the admiration of the cuckoo bird and how its voice affects positively on the poet. It cheers the mood of the poet and takes him to his childhood memories. It again confirms Wordsworth's known love for nature. Literary devices used in the poem are alliteration, wandering voice, hill to hill, blessed bird, the repetition of initial consonant sounds. Alliterations create rhythm and mood in the poem to capture the interest of the reader. Extended metaphor. The entire poem can be taken in its totality as an extended metaphor of time. It may be through the cuckoo. The poet is actually referring to time. Time is unstable and wanders of its own accord. Also, one can only revisit the past through the portals of time. The same way, the poet relieves his childhood memories using the cuckoo's song as his porthole. Imagery. The poet makes immense use of imagery in the poem To the Cuckoo. The reader's mind is projected with the picture of spring in England. The usage of words like sunshine, flowers, vale creates a sunny and happy image. The constant reference to green fields and the cuckoo gives this poem a pastoral touch and showcase the poet's attachment to nature. Calling the cuckoo blithe and expressing his joy in welcoming back the cuckoo, the poet gives the poem undertones of happiness and ecstasy. The poet also gives away the season when he refers to the cuckoo as the darling of spring. Rhyme scheme. To the Cuckoo is a poem consisting of 8 stanzas, each being a quatrain, that is consisting of 4 lines. A rhyme scheme of AB is followed throughout the poem. Thus, the poem follows an alternate rhyme scheme. Hope you are clear with the poem. Thank you for watching the video.